Hey guys, welcome to the last lesson in this little mini-series, little secret lesson mini-series on picking fast. Now, we've talked about how to increase your speed with your picking hand by picking on just one string. We've talked about how to calibrate or match up your picking to your fretting hand a little bit. And now we're going to talk about picking on adjacent strings or strings that are next to each other. That's where the kind of hard part of alternate picking and playing through fast scales and licks comes in. So I'm going to show you a really simple exercise, and then I'll show you a little bit more complex exercise that you can use to start playing through actual scales and stuff quickly if you're going to be picking everything. So the first thing you want to do, like I said, the hard part of alternate picking kind of comes in when you have to change strings. It's kind of easy to pick on one string fast. But what happens when you have to come down to the next string? You have to hop over a string. So the exercise that I'm going to show you is just here on the 5th fret of the D string, and then you're going to play on the 7th fret of the G string. And all you're going to do is start with a downstroke on the 5th fret of the D string, and they're going to hop over to the G string and play an upstroke. And just do that over and over again, down, up, down, up. And what happens is you get this hopping motion back and forth between your G and your D strings called outside of the string picking. So that's something that's really good to work on just by itself. So that's really good to just isolate that kind of problem area when you're alternate picking through scales. And you also want to do the opposite of that. Same two notes, but start with an upstroke. So you get this called inside of the string picking kind of a thing going. So you want to just isolate that, work on that for a little bit, and then once you get that down, the infamous Paul Gilbert exercise is probably the next step that you want to do. And again, just like the other lessons in the series, I'm going to be using the A major 3-note per string major scale. This one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just start here on the middle string set, the D and the G strings. I'm going to play the first 3 notes of that scale, which, if you don't know the shape, we'll have the resources for you. The tab or the scale diagram will be right below this video. So start on the 6th fret of the D string, down stroke with my index finger, then move to the 7th fret with my 2nd finger up, then a down stroke on the 9th fret with my pinky. So you have down, up, down, those 3 notes right there. And then once you play those 3, you ended with a downstroke, right? If you're keeping your alternate picking going, hop over to the 6th fret of the G string and play that with an upstroke. And then come back down the 3 notes that you played on the D string. So you have down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And those are the basic notes that you're going to be playing over and over again. You're just going to start out very slowly, work your speed up. You can rev it, like get faster and faster, or what I recommend doing is getting a metronome that increases in regular increments every few bars and trying it that way. So I'll just do it without the metronome just so you can see what it's like. Starting out really slowly, using alternate picking, and you're going to get that kind of outside of the string picking that we practiced that little exercise for. So keep an eye out for that, and here's what that'll sound like. And that's really one of the hardest parts of alternate picking through a scale or something like that, or a lick, is switching strings. And this is a really great exercise for working on switching strings. And once you can do this exercise slowly and then work it up and get it clean, you'll be ready to tackle some full scales, and your picking will be fast from the exercise we did with just picking one string. Your hands will be matched up and synced up and calibrated, and you'll be able to switch from string to string really fast with your picking when you go to tackle some more scales or fast licks like that.